Hello and welcome to another update on Bitcoin. We want to take a look at the microstructure to see if anything has changed, any updates, and not really, not really. The price is currently working potentially on this internal B wave here we talked about before earlier today. So let me take you through the different scenarios and what my view is could unfold over the weekend. Currently, the short-term bearish count is the white scenario, okay? This is the short-term bearish count that we discussed before, earlier today. And in this scenario, the market from the swing high in May, around the 22nd, 23rd of May, started a B wave, as shown in white. Could take us into this region between $99,260 and $92,860. So this would be the standard, let's say, target area there for a B wave based on the internal structure of that B wave, which is an A wave down in 5 waves, a B wave up, and then a C wave down would also unfold in 5 waves. This C wave, however, is not an impulse. Yeah, it cannot be an impulse for various reasons. So we're tracking it at the moment as a diagonal, in which we saw wave 1, wave 2, wave A of 3. This could now be a B wave rally of wave 3. Then we could get a C wave down of wave 3, then a wave 4, then a wave 5. Now, someone asked me earlier today, why can it not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Because we wouldn't likely reach the 100% extension with that wave count. And the 100% extension is a very powerful target for a C wave. So if the wave count and the fib extension targets do not align, we need to look for alternatives. So that's why I said earlier today, likely the dip was only an A wave, even in the short-term bearish count. Be prepared for a B wave bounce, potentially to target the upper resistance area between 107,506 and 108,822. And this resistance area in an ABC structure was is not tested yet, okay? But we are on our way likely towards that area. And this is a B wave of wave 3 to the downside. And again, I'm tracking this as an ending diagonal, the C wave down, which is why we could now be working on a B wave. Is that necessarily bullish? Not really. It's just seen as a B wave in wave 3, which could result in another drop. And in that B wave, as I said, we could target that resistance area. I personally, based on what I see here, it's just sort of my view, would assume that we're not going to break above 108,820 over the weekend, but I will monitor this area. If we rally into this area with a lot of volume, well, maybe we will briefly. But for now, I don't think usually the market doesn't really make many decisions on weekends. So the idea would be, hey, maybe this was an A wave, this was a B wave, and then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C of B, and we could, work on this internal B wave over the weekend. So when we go a little higher, I will pay close attention to an impulse to the downside, which could be the start of wave C. Now, if we break above resistance, above 108,822, it becomes more probable that we're dealing with the blue count. In the short term, they are both moving in the same direction anyway. Now, in that blue count, it might take us towards 112 to 113K. What's the difference? Well, in this count, which is also actually, rather short-term bearish, but you could say very short-term, a bit more bullish. And we could move a little higher because the B wave that in the white count already topped is still unfolding, just a more extended ABC structure. It's not really even a different scenario. It would lead to the same result. And these are the two preferred, or let's call it likely scenarios. The yellow count, which is a really more directly bullish count, I think needs to prove itself. In this scenario, we have another 1-2 setup. We explained that in the previous video in detail, but in this count, the wave 1 is a 3-wave move, and it's just questionable for various reasons. So For now, short-term higher, yes. But I can tell you if we get a break below the internal wave 2 low here at 104,700, that would be a good indication we have topped at least locally. So yeah, that's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure you check out our membership ship options, especially the gold membership. Gives you access to various crypto charts, updates and much more. Over the weekend, you're also going to be kept updated. And on Sunday, we have our member live stream again. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.